The effects of gaming on the growing brains and mental abilities of children and teens are a hotly debated topic. As the number of gamers around the world grows, a large number of children and teens are joining in. Despite the fact that some people regard them as aggressive, lazy, and time wasters, video games provide a fun way to escape reality. Years have passed since the dispute raged. So, are there any favorable outcomes? Can you become smarter by playing video games? Although they frequently characterized as violent or thus nasty, video games offer an enjoyable way to escape from reality. Seriously, broccoli can be toxic in extremely high doses. Heck, there is even water toxicity. Therefore, the hazards are likely to outweigh any advantages if you binge and only engage in video games. In fact, we have a whole video devoted to the detrimental impacts of sitting and what could occur if you stop going outside. Welcome to Prepared Leaders. In this video, we'll talk about how playing video games can actually make you smarter. Some studies show that playing video games improves cognitive performance. In one study, players played Super Mario 64 for 30 minutes every day for 2 months. In comparison to those who hadn't played, these participants' brains showed an increase in gray matter thereafter in regions related to memory, strategic planning, and fine motor abilities of the hands. These findings are especially encouraging for the use of video games as a form of therapy for mental illnesses that cause these brain regions to shrink. Unexpectedly, playing action games can help people become more detail-oriented. Look at these following words on the screen, and as quickly as you can, call out what color each word is. Thus, green, blue, and orange. Okay, try again a little quicker without me. It gets harder as we go, since the words you and its meaning are at odds with one another. You can probably solve these issues considerably faster if you play action games for longer than 5 to 10 hours a week. This is due to the fact that the parts of your brain connected to attention are actually more effective. In fact, playing video games may be quite instructive. There are a lot of games that can be used to teach both young and old people, even if you don't use your favorite games in this way. They might even help dyslexic children read more fluently. In a short study, dyslexic kids who played common video games were able to read more quickly and accurately, which is related to better attentional control. Improvements in eyesight have been discovered in other research. They can tell the difference between different shades of gray and see smaller details like tiny letters. Action gamers who had played a lot were 58% better at noticing small differences in contrast. This is significant because it is among the first things to deteriorate with age. And before we continue, I'll be giving you time to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to be notified every time a new video is uploaded. And let's continue. According to findings, youngsters who spent more time than average playing video games had an IQ boost of about 2.5 points over the national average, while social media use and watching TV and videos had no discernible impact on their cognitive functioning. Students who were either expert gamers with 2 or more years of experience playing action video games and who were in the top 7% of League of Legends players, or non-expert gamers with less than 6 months of experience and in the bottom 11% of players, were the subject of their research. His or her visual selective attention was tested. This is the brain's ability to focus on important things and ignore less important ones. They found that gamers did better on the tasks they set than non-gamers did. So they came to the conclusion that playing video games teaches the brain to be more flexible when it comes to monitoring and updating new information, which makes it easier to remember things. Memory and concentration are enhanced, even in the elderly. More crucially, studies have shown that playing video games with a focus on brain teasers can delay the aging of the brain by up to 7 years. This is due to the fact that they are mentally demanding and cognitively complicated. Do you believe you can maintain awareness of what it is in front of you? Watch the blue circle over here. It will eventually turn yellow like the others. After that, I'll point to a circle and ask you if it was initially blue. If you were aware that this ball wasn't blue, you would be a rational being. But let's make it more difficult. To keep track of the blue circles, fix your gaze on the center of the screen. Was this circle blue at first? You'd be correct if you said no. Once more, but this time with 5 blue circles. Was this one at one time blue? Indeed it was. It comes out that a skilled action gamer can track roughly 67 objects compared to the typical person's 3 to 4 objects. As technology continues to change the way medicine is done, cameras and remote control tools are now used during surgery. Additionally, with a screen and a controller, these procedures have a lot in common with video games. Unsurprisingly, young doctors who have played video games before complete tasks more quickly and with fewer errors than those who have not. In video games, players can try out different ways to solve problems without worrying about how their choices will affect them in the long run. They might lose that game, but they can adjust their strategy for the subsequent game or level. This method of trial and error is a valuable life lesson because it teaches us that sometimes the best course of action is to try out a few different things. All of these abilities are obviously only helpful if you put them to use, which you can't do if all you do is play video games. So take advantage of your downtime to play a few games and relax, but also go out and keep your life varied. Because you'll succeed in the game of life if you do that. I hope you guys have learned something from this video. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and turn on the notification bell so you'll know when I upload new content. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. And I'll see you all in my next video.